All right, hello, Cheerskevin here, and welcome back to Nowhere. And let me introduce you to a somewhat silly-looking machine. We are going to get our creative reservoir. Oh, okay, we're gonna get our creative reservoir done today. And yeah, we've gotten pretty much all of the fluids. There's one little bit left, and it involves this machine, and that is getting our empowered oil. So I have gone through the process of converting. Yeah, we converted the refined canola oil into crystallized oil using this machine. When we had in the last episode, we set up let's see, what was it? A fluid, the annihilation plane and the creation plane or whatever it was. It turns out that's not going to work because the one that places the block will only place liquids that are newly input, and yeah, so if we input more than one bucket at a time, it would put the rest into storage, and it wouldn't pull stuff out of storage. So we ended up deciding, okay, we'll use a fluid transposer to fill up a bucket with our oil. And, the easiest thing is just going to be to see this thing in action. So let's, remember, to get to canola oil, or to get to our, well, we can take off end steel because that's done. We had refined canola oil right here, and we can convert that into, oh, come on, show me. Yeah, right, well, fair enough. We needed to create crystallized oil, and then we create empowered oil. Yeah, unfortunately, these don't show up in JEI because it's a matter of you need to drop stuff in. Anyway, the point is, this fluid transposer is going to continually fill this bucket up. We have two servos here. One of them is set to, oh, we're actually going to have to tweak this a little bit. Let me grab this bucket out real quick. Because right now it was set to take refined canola and automatically extract it into this dispenser. And this is set to pull empty buckets out of the dispenser. Then we have a precision dropper that was dropping seeds down into this hopper and then routing anything that didn't get used back up. And this was all just to convert the liquid. And then there's this annihilation plane that is trying to destroy any liquid that it detects and put it into the system. And the hope is that we manage to convert the stuff before it picks it up. And if we miss some, that's okay, because it all ends up going back into this fluid export bus, which throws things into the transposer, it gets in the bucket, etc., etc., etc. So this is just the way so that we can convert the empowered oil, convert the crystallized oil into the empowered oil. But we're going to need to reconfigure this now to say, hey, I want you to extract this. And is this thing, yeah, this is empty now. There is no bucket in here, which is good. And then we just need to tell this, hey, instead of exporting refined canola, I now want you to export crystallized oil. So now this fluid transposer should start filling up with oh, it's still got some refined canola. Okay. Let's, can we just break this? Probably. Yeah, I can just go ahead and pull that out. There we go. Okay, so there we go. Now we've got crystallized oil in there. And if we empty this bucket, it should start cycling it through, which of course is not going to do anything useful. But that's okay. We'll go ahead and, no, that's not what I want to do. Dang it. We'll just put this in there, and this will go ahead and fill it up. It goes up into the dispenser, and it's going to come back. If we have a little redstone clock, and basically all this is doing is it's filling the bucket, and once a second, as soon as the bucket comes back, it's trying to put it out here. This annihilation plane is soaking up the liquid, and there we go. So right now, this is effectively doing nothing except taking the liquid out, putting it into a bucket, putting it down there, and then putting it back into our system. What we want to do is take the empowered canola seeds, and this is kind of step 2 of this process, and put them into here. And now what's going to happen is this stuff is going down, and hopefully, when we're dispensing the material, we're managing to convert that stuff into... Come on, really? Yes, into empowered oil. We now have 5 buckets of empowered oil, and that is the last of all of the fluids that we actually need. We do have liquid starlight. I have it in this reservoir already. Yeah, because we needed liquid starlight for liquid starlighty things. So now, unfortunately, I was not able to speed this up any faster because if we click, if we send a pulse any faster, this dispenser ends up actually dispensing the bucket, which ends up throwing it into this hopper chain of dropped items and whatnot. But we're converting about a bucket a second from the crystallized oil into empowered oil. And of course, I had already gone through and taken the refined canola and converted it into the crystallized oil. And so we're going to let this go for a little bit. And once we've done that, we'll be able to do our creative crafting. I've also crafted up 3 more creative RF sources. Well, actually, I've created, 3 creative RF sources. We'll need to convert those into the right form. So creative power cell, one of those, and then if we craft the creative power cell, we'll get the creative generator. So because we're going to need those 3 different forms of creativity. And then, I've also taken the liberty of creating a bunch of attuned rock crystals, and we should be pretty much ready to go. Fingers crossed. So I am going to go ahead while we're waiting for this to finish up. I'm going to take all of those liquids out and fill up some of these resonant reservoirs. And we'll just wait for this last one to convert over. Oh man, we're just 1 bucket away. If they happen to line up. There we go. We got 3 more. Throw those in there. Come on. There we go. Okay, let's stop this infernal clicking. And awesome. Now this, of course, is going to continue to cycle those, but that's what it's fine. Whatever. Oh my goodness. And there we go. Empowered oil, and we have 251. Now it's important that we do have 1 left over, I think, because then once we have the creative reservoir, we'll be able to use that creative reservoir to basically duplicate all these fluids. But we need to input a little bit of it first. Actually, we may not even need a full bucket. We just need some of it to exist at all. Okay. I think we have all the materials. Let's go ahead and head off to our astral area. Do I have my... Yes, I do. I have my wand. Okay, cool. Let's go. And here we go. We have our altar, and we're going to... Let's see if we can do this. So that is there. We're going to need a lot more starlight, though, than what we have. Okay. Welp. Doesn't that just figure? Okay. Well, okay. I'm guessing probably what we'll want to do is just create a bunch of collector crystals. Oh, that's frustrating, though. Because, even with it being late night and having all of these relays and this 1 collector crystal, which admittedly a pretty bad collector crystal, we are only about halfway to the amount of starlight we'll actually need to complete this craft. So, yeah. Okay. Fair enough. A minor setback. The annoying part, honestly, is just doing the rock crystal attunement because they don't stack. I think this is still... Amara isn't even out tonight, so it's gonna be a pain in the butt. That's okay. That's okay. And there we go. This entire chest is just the recipe. Is just the ingredients for this one craft. And then to make a bunch of crystals. I guess we can just bookmark this, right? I hope. Yes. So we're gonna need some resonating gems, which is a bit of a process. Just because we'll need to refill these as we lose starlight, but that's okay. Actually, we'll take the liquid starlight one out of here. All right, this is very low purity. This is not worth bothering with. Where's the one I just picked up though? 70, and I do think that's larger than it was. Okay, we'll go ahead and set that one in there. It's 316. Now these are out of a max of like 800, so it's not particularly large. It's nothing impressive, but that's okay. Okay, so make us another collector crystal, please. We'll just put that stuff on there, and then boom. Let this go, and then we'll plop that collector crystal down, and then just link it to the table and see what that does in terms of granting us more starlight. So right now, we're about halfway at close to midnight. Go ahead and grab that, plop that down, put it there, I guess, and then we'll just link that with our linking tool. Link you directly to there. And how are you looking? Ooh. That does not seem to be much of an improvement at all. I mean, maybe we do go with crafting up celestial crystals. So this one absorbed its starlight already. Of course, if we're doing that, then there's no real reason for us to bother. Okay, so we'll throw that in along with... It doesn't matter what rock crystal, because the result of these 2 things aren't going to be significant. But these in theory will collect a bit more. Oh, these have a max size of 400. These have a max size of 900. Okay. And then purity and cutting matter as well, but, whatever. This doesn't have a crystal in it. The resulting thing that we get out of here, we have to let these things fully grow, before we harvest them. And then the result is going to bear no real relationship, in stats with the source rock crystal. But then we can attune those and then convert those into crystals and see what they do in terms of improving our available starlight. Hopefully it's significant. If not, oh man, we're gonna have a bad time. Okay, we have one. Let's see. Please give me good stuff. We have purity 80%. That's promising, actually. You know what? Let's go for broke here and let this thing soak up as much starlight, and we'll just we'll let this thing grow and hopefully just get to a very large size. I think that will distort its purity, but that's okay. Yeah, we've got time. And then we will attune it and then craft it and cross our fingers very much. And I mean, we'll see what it does. Hopefully it'll be helpful. I'm going back and forth within the same night because I just want to make sure that we maintain this constellation because I don't want to worry about it. Now you can also craft a thing to sharpen the crystals, but it feels like we'll be fine. You know what? I'm feeling impatient. Let's just go for it. We'll drop this in. Yeah. Okay. 481. And we'll just see what that does. I mean, it should be an improvement over an equivalent regular collector crystal anyway. Just let this thing do its thing. And if not, we've got 3 more of these. So it really only needs to get us 25% of the way there. Okay, so we'll grab that. And I have made a bunch of the infused, the resonating gems. So we'll go ahead and just add that to our bookmark list as well. Throw that in there. And cool, we have enough starlight to at least do that. So that's good. Okay, so big, big crystal. Plop that down, and let's link it. And let's see. I mean, it's a step in the right direction. I don't know that it's necessarily going to solve our problems. In fact, I don't know if that solved a quarter of our problems. Eek. I mean, we'll just keep at it, I guess. I guess I'm going to have to cut away for a while. Because, yeah, we're going to need... to, this is going to take a little bit of time. Okay, so I just put down this crystal, and this one's a fair bit more beefy. And, yeah, we got this, we got up quite a bit more. So I'm optimistic now. If we get just one more of these. Yeah, and these are both pretty much ready to go. I've been soaking them up in starlight, just trying to increase their size a little bit. Let's see, this one has 43%. So that's not the best one. This one's 84 and 673 size. Let's go ahead and attune this one. I love the vocals, but man, it gets old after a while because you're standing next to it, going, okay, yeah, we get it, okay. But we'll get that one down. We'll do both of them. Why not? I mean, we've got the materials for them. Got plenty of resonating gems, plenty of illumination powder. We'll go ahead and get those down, get those linked up. Okay, there you go. Grab that, and drop this one in. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, okay, it's in there. And we'll go over here. Get the collector crystal going. There we go. And get that going. I love it. We've got the dueling vocals. Oh, there we go. You're done. Cool. And yeah, we'll plop this over here, I guess, and link you to the altar as well. And let's just take a look. Oh yeah, we're full. Okay. Yeah, there's no need to bother with that one then. Okay. And well, there we go. There's a lovely noise. Let's grab a chest just to dump the other materials that we're not going to need. Chest. And there we go. We'll plop that over there for these extra useless rock crystals that we don't end up needing, that we will not need to upgrade. Cool. And we'll grab all of this out of here. These are attuned rock crystals that we will need for our recipe. And how are we looking? Yeah, we're doing well time-wise. Let's get the creative reservoir recipe in here. And we have the materials, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I'm so excited. Let's get this thing crafting. Now, this is going to take a little bit of time, and now it is saying, hey, I need this thing. This is how the secondary recipe works, what recipes work. You need to just place the collectors down, and then as it continues to craft, it'll say, hey, by the way, I need you to put this thing in this slot, and it'll just sort of point. Yeah, so there it's saying, I want this one. Put that there, and it'll continue crafting. Oh, this is so cool. And pretty soon, it's going to say, hey, there we go. It's going to ask for the third one, and this is it. We're going to get a creative reservoir. Let's see if we can get a glamour shot real quick. Look at that. Beautiful. Actually, no, that's not. Yeah, fair enough. Oh, so cool. Awesome. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we have a creative reservoir. Oh my goodness. This has been a journey. So it is an infinite source, and that means in theory that if we pick something up, like now, we have liquid starlight in here, and it is an infinite amount of liquid starlight. So we can place this down indefinitely. I can go ahead and, well, if I set this to export and export and export, and it's not going to. Now we can also pick stuff up, and in theory we should be able to pick up other stuff too. I think. I really hope. Yeah. So I can pick up water, and now this just becomes a creative. An infinite source of water. So basically, if we pick up one, or even, I'm guessing probably a partial amount of anything, we should be able to create a full amount of everything. And that's going to be important because the next creative tier item, we've only got 2 left, but the next one is going to require 3 more. 3 more of these reservoirs. So it's going to be a little bit of a process. So I'm wondering, what happens if I do this? Did I just try and dump an infinite amount of water in here? Probably. Let's see. Can I pick this up? Yes, I can. Okay. So we only need a tiny little bit. Now this thing is an infinite amount of refined canola. Cool. I mean, that's fair. And I can't dump it out. The whole thing glitches out on me. But that does mean, for example, we can get Pahoho lava. And now we have an infinite amount of Pahoho lava. Now, of course, getting this back in the system is going to be pretty much impossible. So we're going to have to figure out an easy way to you know what? I know the way to do that. We can just hold right-click right here, and the annihilator is gonna import it into our system. So there we go. And yeah, we can now just create an infinite amount of any of these liquids that we need, and automatically get stuff that way. Now, in theory, we could also go through and find any of the solid materials that we can make from the liquids, like solidified experience, and just start making it from the liquid form as well. Empowered oil, that's another one that was, a multi-step process for us to create. Well, now it's nice and simple. We can just go ahead and hold down right-click and let it go ahead and eat this whole thing up. So let's look over here real quick. We'll get our, we get new rewards for that. The next step is going to be the creative EMC storage cell. And to be honest, creative modifiers, some more creative RF, and then 3 more reservoirs, dense EMC, and then a tier 8 EMC storage cell. This honestly is not too bad. Now, of course, that's going to provide infinite EMC to our applied energistic system. It's not gonna unlock much for us, but it is kind of the next step. And then from there, we'll create the creative ME storage cell, and that is another recipe that is kind of intense. Let's just say that it is kind of intense. So I think we'll probably be able to wrap this up in another episode or 2, because there's nothing really new that we need to do. We just need to, make some stuff. So that is going to do it for me. I hope you enjoyed this episode. We've got Astral Sorcery pretty much in the bag. There's still a couple things in that in that quest log as well that we could do. But yeah, we'll have to see. And yeah, I will see you in the next episode. Cheers.